Hi, parents. I have a couple of quick things to share with you. Um, so, we are starting our bar model unit, or we just rather started it a couple days ago. And I wanted to give you just one example of the type that we're learning currently. And then I cannot promise that I will do it with every single type of problem, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of information as we start the unit. But before I dive into that, I am going to be this week sending home the spring conference schedule, so you can sign up for that. I know it's a little bit of a head start. They're in April 3rd and April 4th, so it gives you a time to kind of plan out your work schedule or taking time off or swapping things around. So that'll be coming home at some point this week, along with their the reflection sheet, the sheets that you've gotten before, um, telling you what problems your child has gotten right or wrong on their test. Um, that is all I have. So let me switch screens, um, and I'll show you on the dot cam how I solved this or how we've been solving it. So a library has 256 English books. The librarian puts 184 Spanish books, buys, 184 Spanish books. How many English and Spanish books are there in all? Now, we've been talking in class about how you could easily do this on a piece of paper or you could do it on your head, but obviously, since the unit is bar models, um, we teach them how to use this strategy. So let me just switch screens now. Hopefully this works. Ah, good. Um, and let me get the problem out here so I can do it with you. So the first thing that I teach them to do is set up their workspace properly. And that is to split this into three spots. So the first one over here is the most space on the paper is for their bar model. This up here is their work or their algorithm, and they actually know what that big fancy word is. And then here is the check, and then here is the final answer. So that's how they're setting up all of their bar model pages, or problems. They do sometimes give them the bar model within the workbook pages, but as I said to them, the workbook shows you the bar model, and then halfway through, they take them away. So they need to be able to draw them on their own. Okay, so let's go back to this. English books and Spanish books. So the first step for them is going to be to draw the bar model. We're dealing with 256 English books and 184 Spanish books. So the numbers aren't crazy far apart. So we talk about where their slash should be. I'm going to do right about here. So they have their rectangle, their bar, and the next thing they have to do is brackets. So the smaller one is 184, and that's Spanish books. The larger bar is 256, and that's English books. What they're looking for is the whole in all. So this is what they know how to do. The words that we're dealing with here is their bar, their labels, and then obviously what they don't know is where they're going to put a question mark. So how many do they have in all? They're going to add these together. So 184 and 256. I'll have to explain this part. You all know how to do that. 440 in all. And then they're going to go down here and do the check, which they know how to do. So bottoms up, I always teach them 440 minus 256. I haven't ever recorded this. Hopefully I'm doing it right. 10. And I have 184, so it's correct. So my final answer is there are 440 books in all. So a common mistake I see often is that sometimes they copy this answer. So I have them circle this so they know that that's the answer. So this is the first type of bar model that they're going to interact with. This is called a part whole model. Obviously, we have one part another part, and then this is what we're looking for. So moving ahead, they get a little bit trickier. And again, I cannot make any promises that I will go over all of them with you. But there will be papers and homework coming home that you'll be able to figure out how we do those. But these are the main parts that they should be doing when they solve them at home. The bar model, the work, the algorithm, the check, and then the final answer. So they should pretty easily be able to set up their paper like that. I'm actually going to give them a problem like this for homework instead of reading homework like I do on Mondays. I think that's important that since I just introduced it on Friday and today, that they get one of these done before moving on. So I think that is it. Conference schedule and math test reflection and bar models. Hello to bar models. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, reach out. But I think that is the first update for January. Thank you.